Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Leslie, and today we are going to take another step forward on the video that I did on Friday. In other words, I used my hand crank machine to make a card. Um, it is to prove that you don't always have to have an electronic cutter. You can still use dies. You can fussy cut. You can do all kinds of things. So today's card will be a happy birthday card for a certain young man in my life that we are going to see. Oh my goodness, on Saturday. Oh, I'm so excited. Grandma's been away for too long. It's time to go back, and hugs and cuddles and all the good stuff should be happening all week long while we were there. So let's get started on this card. There we go. So today's card, I will tell you exactly, how I did it. So, this is my little pieces. I like to stick them onto a little bit of tape like so that I don't lose them. So here we go. We did some die cutting. You can see around there that there is like stitching. That was on the die cut, which I will show you now. So that came from this, and it was 2.5 by 3.75. Okay, and it's going to go with our little character, but I need to get this out of the way. Then, I've got my notes here, people. I did some stenciling on a 3.75 by 5 piece of white cardstock. Now what I did was I used a bigger piece and then cut down the dimensions. So here we go. For this one, I used Teal Zeal, Lulu Lavender, and Summer Sky. And I just love these colors for a boy. And so that was done with this set of stencils, which are called Squared Away. And I didn't use every single one. I didn't want to totally fill in my paper. And then, after I was done that piece, I cut out a solid background that is 4 by 5.25. And I'll show you why. My card base is 4.25 by 5.5. So my layers, I always take 1/4 of an inch smaller. So she's going to layer up like this. I love it. Now, I did need, of course, a happy birthday. So using my stamping platform, I stamped out happy birthday in the Lulu Lavender. And that was from the Confetti Wishes. And then we did the turtle that came from the Birthday Bliss. And so did the strings, the balloons, and the little turtle's hat. So let's get started here. Just going to move my notes over there. And we're going to start. And of course, I forgot to grab glue. Because, we can't have things go right the first time around, people. That would be too easy. Okay, let's do this. So, the way that I stencil, or I use things like this, iridescent medium, on things like the balloons that I cut out. You can see it there. Okay. Is I do it on a gel pad. What is this called? Jelly Arts. I believe it came from Michael's. And it's one of the best investments I've made because I can make backgrounds and I can do all kinds of things on here and then just wipe it off. And it's sticky, so it holds it. Okay. So let's get all of our little pieces there. All right. First things first, I have to decide, do I want my card this way or this way? And I think my card is going to go this way. I kind of like this one. Okay, so let's get a tape runner because that's the easiest way to do the big pieces like this. Remove your card from underneath. Trust me. The minute that you don't is the minute that, of course, you accidentally run over with your tape runner. All righty. So let's get it on there. And then what I like to do is I have this that helps me for stamping. Okay, and I just take it and I go around. And I do the same thing when I'm stamping on the top of my platform. I will rub this. It kind of gives you a more firm pressure. And now I'm going to get this one put on there. So remember, if you wanted to recreate this exact card or this type of card and you don't have turtle dies, print out a turtle holding some balloons online. My goodness, there is all kinds of things you can get from online. You don't have to have the exact items that somebody else has to get the same basic effect. There we go. And now we've got our base put together. And I am going to use my Create a Sticker on my turtle's shell, which I did dab with some of the lavender. And so it will darken it up a bit because I didn't have quite the shade that I wanted. So you just run it through like that. And then once again, I use this on both sides to be sure that the glue is good and down, because these glue cartridges went on sale quite a while back. Like we're talking a couple of years ago. And so I need to make sure that this older glue is good to stick. And now I'm just going to line up the shell. Just like that. There we go. And once again, 1, 2, 3, done. It's on there. It's good to go. And this is scrap. If you have a little bit like I do, where there's a little bit of an overhang, just take your fussy cut scissors and just snip like so. Just clean them up a bit. There we go. I'll leave those there in case I need them again. And now what I wanted to do is use some liquid pearls and do a bit of, oh, come on, come down. Liquid pearl right in the middle, just to give it some shining. I'm trying not to flood it too much, but at the same time, keep the flow going. This will help give the shell some iridescence, because when you see the balloons, you will see that I pulled some iridescent in there too. Because, well, I don't want a lot of glimmer and so forth For a little boy's card, I do want a bit. And if you dab with the liquid pearl, which I will show you in just a moment, it gives it kind of a texture. Just hang on one sec. Oh, it's getting harder to squeeze. My poor old hands. There we go. Liquid pearl is applied. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. I think in order to show you, I will go ahead and grab the tweezers that I keep over here beside me. And there we go. You can see the liquid pearl kind of has a bit of texture and a bit of shine to it. And so that is just perfect. I do have a snag here though that I kind of want to get rid of. So just let me take that off. Looks like I had a little piece there that didn't want to cut. There we go. Now we'll let that dry for just a moment. And while it's drying, my balloons are already dry. So I can put them together. And this is what I love. Look at this. What more can you ask? It's all set up and ready to go, right? So I am going to very quickly just go ahead and no, I'm going to use some of this Elmer's glue. You know, there's nothing wrong with using a glue stick, no matter how old you are. And when you're out of liquid glue, glue sticks work great. So what I do is I just kind of take and move my balloon to where I want it on my string, because that circle will stick anywhere. And the bottom here, the little, I don't know what you would call that, the little part where you've tied the balloon, it will just sit over the string. So there we go. We've got our balloons on. Just going to realign that one. And then what I'm going to do is lift back this middle one, put a bit of glue there, and help stabilize it. And there we go. We have our balloons made. Isn't that awesome? I love this. It makes it so, so, so easy. Then now you're thinking, yeah, it's easy, but now you've, whoops, Leslie, tweezers. But now you've got this piece here to cover up. And the only reason I don't worry about it is because it's going to go under the turtle's shell, which I have my little turtle guy right here. And I, once again, I should set him on here for you so you can actually see. I darkened him up around the edges with a bit of the lavender. Okay. So let's get some glue on there. Let's glue this guy down. Being very careful not to put our fingers into our ink there, into our perfect pearls. And then I am going to grab a pink Where would it be? Where would it be? Yeah, I think this one right here. This nice. Woo! No, not that one. That one's more pink than pink should be. Okay, this one here. Here's a lovely shade of pink to color in his little cheeks with, so that you get to see them. Now you could cut them out of little circles, but a little dab of color won't hurt them. Okay, and now I'm going to pause you while I dry my perfect pearls so that we don't mess them up. Just one moment. Okay, so they are dry now. And now we have our turtle almost complete. But as you can see, his little eyes are blank. And I am not fussy cutting out little circles. I will just fussy cut a strip that will fit behind those eyes from some black paper. It only needs to be as wide as my eyes. And that should do it right there. Little bit more, whoops, more off my corners. And we will, whoops, be good to go. I don't care about the shape. It's behind. Nobody's going to see it. I just don't want it sticking out. So, whoops. There we go. See, he's got black eyes now. I'll hold them up in a sec. I just want to get them glued on so you can see perfectly what I mean. I know we're a little zoomed out today, but oops. Okay, there we go. And now, as you can see, he has black eyes, or she, whatever you want to call it. I'm saying he. And it's that simple. If you didn't want to cover in your blue on the shell, you didn't have to, but it shows through the iridescent purple, or iridescent pearls, sorry, too many P's. So now all I am going to do is once again place this on here. So let's grab our tape runner. That, of course, chooses now to run out of tape because we couldn't have it any other way. And so we grab another one. These are not fancy tape runners. They're from Walmart, and they are the AdTech. And this one is actually removable and repositionable for a bit, so you have time to square up what you want to do. So let's put this right about there, I would say. 1, 2, 3. We're committed now. Rubbing again. And now I am going to grab my dimensional tape, my balloons, going to get my balloons on and put them at the angle that I want them to be. And I think, maybe we do need to go this way. Darn, we're going this way, folks. There we go. He just fits a bit better this way. So there we go. We're going to go like that with him. And then we have our happy birthday to go right across the middle. But before I do that, I am going to reach into my pocket here and grab some teal. This is, yeah, teal zeal. Whoops, and not do that. Get that off right away so it doesn't get on our card. And I'm going to go around these edges. Now, you could buy, if you're just starting out, you can buy lots of colors of stamps from the dollar store. They're not going to be the best, maybe, but they will work. And then if you decide you really like it, you spend time collecting the exact colors that you want. But all I'm doing is taking the edge of this memento teardrop in teal, specifically teal zeal, and going around the edges to help it stand out. So when we put it on our card, it is not lost to the ages. Okay, so that will dry for a minute while we put our turtle on. Sorry if you hear noise, guys. Of course, as soon as I start recording, as soon as the dog starts wanting to play. I think he specifically waits to hear my voice talking to everybody and then goes, "Yep, I want to play now, Ma." And he knows he's cute and he knows he's adorable. And he knows that I will probably end up playing instead of cleaning up. Alrighty, so let's get our turtle centered on here. And I did use some repositionable glue, so I have time to position that. And then what I am going to do is move these over just an inch or two. There we go. That's more of what I wanted to see. And then I have this. And what it is a stamping block. And I'm just going to lay it on there and let it weigh it down. This is ready now, so I can get my little strip of foam tape here ready. If your foam tape's too wide, don't be afraid to cut it. These are non-stick scissors, so the glue doesn't ruin them. I got them at Walmart too, by the way. And then we just, whoops, I want another little bit, just a little piece down here. And there we go. And yes, I am working on top of my block. It's giving pressure to those balloons to help them stick. And we are almost done. I'll be honest. I did all the cutting and stuff on my own before I came on, because that's the part that takes me the longest. The cutting and the choosing of the colors take me the longest. Now let me get some more glue down here. Oops. Coming to the end of my glue stick there. There we go. Tuck you back in there. And there we go, guys. I'm not going to show you the inside because I'm going to write a message to my grandson in there, but he's turning 1. And so I think this is the perfect little card. He is into animals, any kind of animal. So turtles were a great pick. So there we go, guys. I hope you liked this quick little card. I hope that you got some inspiration from it and that you can carry on making what you want. Now, I should let you know there is, if you want to use it, a little turtle hat. I'll set it there for now. I have not yet decided if it's going to be on there. So that's a decision for while I'm cleaning up. All right, guys. Remember, alternatives. Fussy cut yourself out a turtle if you're good at that. Um, Go on the internet, get a picture of whatever animal, whether it be a turtle or a sloth or an alligator or a baboon or whatever you want. Put a little birthday hat on them, stick them on a card with some balloons, and you've basically got what we just did. If you did not have stencils, print your paper that you want for your background offline. Like, go ahead, print it and use it. Make use of what you have on hand, and you can make some beautiful, beautiful items. Take care, and we will talk again soon. Bye.